Hiya guys, Lydia here, and today we're going to be playing Death and Taxes, and we're just going to be continuing on for my last one. I'm hoping to get to our final review in this one. If not, it'll be the next video. I'm just going to keep playing until I get to that because I feel like that's the end of the game, and then we'll be finished with this. And it's not that it's not a fun game to play, it is, but I feel like it's not fun to watch. So I'm just trying to get it all out there and finished so that we're good. So we just finished talking to Grim. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to bed, and then we're gonna go to our work. Okay. So Fate has been very nonchalant lately. Like, he really doesn't care about the job anymore. He's gonna start writing a novel, and he just really doesn't care. Aquaculturist finds a new approach for seaweed farming, which proves useful in regenerating dying coral reefs. Suspected fraud dies of a heart attack as police officers come knocking on their door. Prosecutor says arrest was imminent. Consultant driven to a mental breakdown after not being able to save a local DVD/CD rental shop. Managing editor of the Daily Moon drowns after caught stalking and harassing offspring of local crime boss. Attack of the deadly pastry coffee shop patron goes into anaphylactic shock after ingesting cat hair with cake. Oh no. My bad. Okay. I will keep this short. I am suspecting a systematic bias in our balancing methodology. Quote of the day: at least 3 humans coming from the facts have to die. So just 3. Okay, from all the available activities, Zugmat only likes watching TV, playing computer games, drinking beer, and eating pizza without even live streaming it at all. Heyo. They live with their mother and claim to have no mission in life other than wasting world's resources. Bye. Okay, keyboardist. Ellie. Oh, that's our dog's name. Ellie is not a Protruso. They're also not exactly what people would call particularly talented. However, they work hard and practice a lot. Their band has started doing all right, and Ellie has been able to quit their service sector job to become a full-time keyboardist. The band has a fast-growing fan base. You get to live. That's the dream there, homegirl. I'm proud of you. For decades, Gaha has made a living by hunting wild game. You're dead. I don't. Recently, they've been fascinated with certain conspiracy videos on MeTube. MeTube. Hey, MeTube. And convinced there's a monster living in the nearby swamp. I hope that monster kills you. Bye. Okay, so we only have one more person to kill. Lecturer Morgan Majorman, okay, gives psychology lectures in the local university and writes self-help books as a hobby. They mix a vague political and philosophical content into their lectures. Although they lack any knowledge or education in either of those areas, somehow they haven't been fired. I feel like you should live still. Kugrosi is on the verge of finishing a proposal for a delivery system in Fracture based on low-cost drones. It would use cutting-edge drones to safely and effectively transport food from stores and restaurants to people. They got the idea while looking at a stressed food delivery person on the bike in the rain. Oh, you get to live. That's sweet. Okay, so it is between... It's between these 3 now. One of them has to die because we're only killing 3 today. After decades of unsuccessful attempts at turning mercury into gold, Ultar decided to utilize their alchemy talents in healthcare. They carefully mixed together various chlorine, and sulfur-containing compounds and selling it for a cure for everything. Okay, I already know I want him to die, but alright. Don Fiorentino tries to model themselves after the old mafia novels and films without realizing those stories are made up by authors who had no connection to or understanding of organized crime. Soon enough, they'll realize there's no honor codes and family bonds. Crime is just crime. nicer, don't I? Here we go. You go right directly into my messages. I hate that so much.
Grim, why are you here?
Losing his mind.
Oh, right. The daily... always impositions when I have important research to perform. Let us get on with it. I see the exact amount of profiles necessary. Good job, I guess. Yes, that should suffice, I imagine.
Rest.
Grand. Goodbye, Grim. The muse beckons.
Ah! We'll check the store again, so we have it in a little bit.
Cord blimey! You're looting! Oh,
No, I don't want
beware.
anything. It just has the same things before. I don't want any of it. End the day, and then we'll wake up and we'll go to work again. We got money. She looks pretty. Another oops one. Thousands of already low-paid delivery workers lose jobs to carrier drones. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's my bad. A crackdown on organized crime as police seize a major shipment of narcotics and firearms. Alchemists found suffocated in their own lab. Ooh. A house fire caused by faulty electrical equipment claims the life of a youth. The key to living your best life is remembering to flush the toilet. Okay. Body found in swamp suspected to be local hunter. I cannot speak. The swamp monsters claimed another victim. Amateur keyboardist lays down a passable, acceptable keyboard solo at latest concert. Local swamp reportedly inhabited by a green monster. The assignment. An eldritch waft of air passed through my office earlier, certainly a sign of disorder. We could not determine the correct amount of humans to mark today, so I leave it up to you. Any humans who seem suspicious have to die. Nice. Temp. For several years now, Nephius has gone from one temp job to another, just one more temp job, and you're qualified for the real thing, the university career consultant told them. There's 3 temp jobs to go. Poor thing. You get to live. Can you see her? Oh, she's coming. We all see her soon. Shelley is a wetland scientist who recently moved into a little cottage in the swamp. Oh no, where they can monitor soil. Ma'am. Soil measurements 24/7. Shelley wanders around the swamp in a frog costume, scaring lost hikers for entertainment. That's hilarious. You get to live. Ma'am, I cannot see what I'm doing. When I look at you, were so cute. Okay. Lucas got entangled in the whole organized crime web at an early age. Through debts their brother had incurred. To settle the score, Lucas was forced into working as a driver, although as of late they seem to have been getting their hands dirtier. Bye. Gideon has had great success with investing into the technology sector, especially during the wave of startups. They seem to have a sense of picking out firms with high growth potential. Lately, they've looked into the gaming industry, trying to find anything that catches their eye. Ishawara has been working at the local refugee committee, helping them get settled and figure out the particulars of the bankruptcy of Cosmopolis City. In their free time, they enjoy lengthy swims. They plan to write a series of novels about the labyrinthine nature of bureaucracy. We only killed one person that round. He told me to kill him. I feel like they were the only one that deserved it. He's not here. As you enter, you notice that Fate's office is empty aside from Lady Poddington snoozing on a table. Doesn't look like she's snoozing. Glare at Cat, spiteful jerk. Oh no, this again? Hey kitty cat, you're so cute. Sweet, more freedom from the yoke of the overload. I'm gonna say, hey kitty cat, you're so cute. Because I think he's right there, yeah. The old potion phone suddenly rings with an air-piecing metallic clatter. A familiar voice calls from the static.
Ha, Grim. Jolly good. As you may have noticed, I am absent. I decided for a short vacation.
Oh, have fun.
It is a weekend, after all, and the free time will be essential for research. For the novel.
Hey,
Yes.
why can't I get a vacation? So I'm reporting to the cat again? Fine by me, I just need the daily review. I'm gonna say, so I'm reporting to the cat again?
Hello, Grim, are you there? Curse this useless apparatus. It never works when I need it. You may be wondering about who is in charge. I did consider leaving dear Lady Poddington again, but my hiatus is only momentary. I am sure you can manage these few days. But what of the conduct overview, you may be thinking? To be honest, I cannot be bothered at the moment. I am certain you have done well enough. Now, I must go submerge myself. Toodles, Grim.
Toodles. So does that mean we're not going to get a quota at all today? We shall see. Oh no, there's still one. Rumored swamp monster listed as endangered species protected. Young thug gunned down during a police raid of a suspected mob hideout. Investor finds self ensnared in a snug cost fallacy, keeps pumping funds into an experimental art game that doesn't seem to get finished. The military-industrial complex of tackling progressive issues by having their first ever female CEO. Just money away. I have been informed that of a delicate situation. I trust that you will handle it as usual. Quote of the day: 5 humans have to die. 1 human must be spared. This is of most importance. To be careful to let the right person live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 1 person gets to live. The old worker in gold works in a farm where they do the usual farm stuff. They used to work at a high-stress economics position, but got really sick of the anxiety and decided to swap it out for some tranquil manual labor. It was a pretty pointless job anyway. Poacher, I'm not even gonna read it. You're dead. Editor, okay, you have a chance. Sammy was an editor with a tragic past. One they've always kept to themselves. Every day it gnaws at them, causing intense sorrow that can never be alleviated. To numb it all, they have become addicted to painkillers, which often cause them to hallucinate mythological things. CEO. Theophanania is the latest here of the Enir family. The family started off providing security I didn't know if you could see her, almost 100 years ago with their initial Monitor C consulting firm. Over time, they acquired a number of factories and grew into the arm, surviving. I don't really care. Doesn't sound interesting. The queen of a small nation of Walmart is one of the last monarchs in the world. Even though the people consider the queen more of a delightful curiosity, has a deep sense of religious and civic duty that take their coronation oath seriously. You might live. What is history anyway? A collection of stories made by those who have access to power, and even then it's full of mistakes and errors. That is why Emmanuel has grown ever more interested in teaching alternate theories to their students. No, you cannot do that. So it's... Well, I didn't want to do that. Okay. The queen of a small nation, blah, 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 or... I let more than one live. Get it, Lala. Get it. Oh, he's got a feather. As you look around the office, you see Lady Poddington lounging Sabine on the table. The old-fashioned phone rings.
Grim, you would not believe the fun I am having.
Good for you.
Such a transformation from the monotony of the office. It almost makes it all seem worthwhile.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep quiet.
Yes, you expect your daily summary, but I still cannot find it in me to burden myself with this matter.
Okay, bye.
So, off you go.
Said it before, I'll say it again. That guy needs to be replaced. Grim male. 2 humans have to die. Ooh, we got a red one. A guy, the most ill person, comes from a small... Grim, you're being set up. All of this is a fiction. A veil drawn over your eyes. You cannot trust them. You cannot trust fate. I have to hurry, break through the illusion, refuse to comply, and tomorrow, doom the one named Ron. Okay, so tomorrow we have to kill the guy named Ron. Today, we're going to... refuse to comply. So we're just gonna do nothing. Okay. How much did it say? 2 humans have to die. Make down artists. Been terrible at everything. There's central artists. Where you live. Oh my gosh, he's back. Oh no.
Grim, you disappoint me. I hoped to avoid having this discussion again. Must I really reiterate myself? You cannot allow all to live. I hope you realize the implications for the world and for yourself.
I'm sorry I messed up. You can't force me to do this. I refuse. It was an accident. It was
Mistakes happen, but please, do not be so careless with the fate of the world.
Okay.
This will be noted down as your second warning. There will not be many more. Good night, Grim. We are all walking on a tightrope, prone to falling at any moment. See that you do not.
Oh, and $0. Because, you know, all that money I have means nothing to me anyway. Okay. So. You run. Go with the flow. Last time I went with the flow, you got mad at me. No one truly knows how the fall from grace of Ronaldo began. Once upon, they lived in a heroic life, so it's said. But such grand deeds are now a thing of the past. These days, they work as a post-middle-age assistant at a morgue. Well, they were good. Taxi driver. Augustus dreams of becoming a millionaire, but is also content with being a taxi driver. Their cab is decorated from hood to trunk, featuring several disco balls, aquarium wallpaper, and subwoofers playing techno rave and full blast. Nikolai isn't going to work anymore, ever, And they really don't have to, because once upon a time they stole a ton of money at a heist. You're gonna die. Nurse. Biya works as a nurse in the intensive care unit. Make sure the patients don't suffer more than they have to. Biya is also a big advocate for euthanasia. Sometimes they feel so bad for a patient they give them a gift of death and an act of mercy without really consulting them. And nope. Jesse is committed to writing the perfect sermon, and they are thus oblivious to the turmoil at home. Their spouse is fighting a substance abuse problem. Don't ignore your family issues. After enlisting, Gadais decided to focus on the new and popular high-tech approach of drones because of the experience with controllers and because it felt safer and less traumatizing. They're hoping to make a world a better and safer place. Oops, come back. Come back. Stop leaving me. Damien is a geomorphologist researching a mysterious new series of mineral formations appearing mostly in the tundra regions. This phenomena exhibits a shimmer, and they're often shaped like human arms. Damien is on the verge of a breakthrough. Oops. Assuming it's this one. Okay. Reikio Father 6 has won the championship title for Grand Reaper IV 8 times, making them the prevailing world best at said fighting game. After retiring due to age, they have pivoted towards tournament commentary and coaching new players. Yeah, I feel good actually. Let's see what he says.
Grim, welcome. You know, pursuing my art has given me insights. I have been thinking of humanity, of mortality, their importance, worth, and meaning.
And what's the result so far? I think they're important and meaningful. I'm kind of busy right now, so can we skip this? Say, so what's the result?
A disarray of thoughts. Listen, is death really such a bad thing? It would be better for everyone.
No?
In fact, do these humans even truly exist? Their ephemeral being leads to no relevant outcome.
She has food up there.
It is all transient, no matter what they do or achieve in life.
Go on, I'll hear you out. Sounds accurate thus far. I'm not really here for this. How about we skip it? Go on, I'll
They
hear you out.
exist in a state of hubris and arrogance, considering them the center of the universe. Yet
Not
without
so
them,
far.
the sun still sets and rises. Stars explode, galaxies form, or get torn apart. There are departments even for these events. Humans are not the be-all, end-all pinnacle of creation. They are small and insignificant, yet full of themselves. The grandeur of everything will not get superseded by specks of nothing.
Go on. I'm not sure that's really accurate. It's becoming a bit much and I'm losing interest, so go on.
It matters not how they live through their subjective experiences, millions upon billions of them, everyone considering themselves unique. And
He's just calling
technically
us
they
out.
are, I suppose, on a minor scale, yet also exceedingly similar. Copying each other, living through similar events with similar basic reactions. While the universe is full of endless wonders they cannot and will not even experience or perceive, ever.
Still listening. Can't argue with any of this at all, but we could help them experience these things. I just realized I don't care, so can't argue with any of this, but we could help them experience these
But
things.
why? What would that change? Their presence is not even necessary to validate these events outside their subjective experience or understanding.
Hurtful.
Do you know the saying, Grim? If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it...
Does it make a sound?
Good, yes. Imagine that. Life reduced only to some human vicinity. The ultimate height of arrogance ingrained in them. To imagine their presence to be paramount. The tree does not only sound, it has been sounding a long time. It has grown without anyone present. It has lived a life. None of this requires humanity to be there to bear witness.
I got through the entire rant. Is there a prize? I agree with everything. Can I also get a daily review? I don't really agree on what you said. To be honest, I'm mostly here for the work. I agree with some things he said.
Fine, let me gather the files. I certainly put them somewhere. Here. Oh, yes, you absolutely did everything correct today. Such meticulous profile work. Happy?
Ugh. Oh God, this is what I live for. Yes, very pleased. Not really. So yes, very pleased.
Sometimes I do not comprehend you at all. Well,
Good.
that concludes our meeting. Good night, Grim.
I don't want you to understand me. Alrighty, so we're about 30 minutes in, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to the store and then we're gonna stop for today.
Matey, 'tis an utmost pleasure to see you again.
God of the Dead, unification. That's cool. I want that.
Ever been to the land of dunes, ye scallywag? There be ancient civilizations under the sand sometimes. Once I dug out this particular golden icon. All while I was digging, the bowels of the world eater rang in my ears. But I persisted. Dug until me fingers cracked. No stopping. Till the riches were secured. Ah, 'tis truly a wondrous thing. Turns your own head into a jackal's, it does.
Cactus, the most brutal of plants. Let's get it. It's cute.
Feast your eyes upon this spiky boy. Ye wouldn't
spiky
believe
boy.
how long I searched for it at the exalted land of cacti. Just to get me phalanges on one of these. Finally unearthed it at the white desert of Mub. It did not start there, however, you see. 'Tis a traveling cactus. Ye never see it move, but boy does it get around.
I don't know, I'm a little worried now. It's gonna move all around our desk. Okay, so we're gonna stop here for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to join the Witty fam, and have a great rest of your day. Bye!